Down, Bryce Washington.
Bryce Washington started every game since he arrived on a homegrown deal when his time at Pitt finished up in college. He's playing as a center back tonight. I think we've seen him as a center back and a right back this season in USL Championship. I think he's a center back as he continues to grow in his career. This is a big test for him tonight.
When we come back, it'll be starting 11s in the first 45. Big matchup in the Central Division coming up around the corner. Birmingham visiting Atlanta United 2. It's the USL Championship on ESPN+. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
We come together like BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
No matter what life throws your way, Piedmont Urgent Care by Well Street is here for you. Our virtual urgent care visit connects you with a Piedmont clinic provider wherever you are. Get treatment for minor illnesses and injuries, and learn about COVID-19 testing. Start your virtual urgent care visit online. In-person visits are also available at our 27 locations. Wherever and whenever you need it, we offer more ways to get care. Book now at piedmonturgentcare.org/virtual visit.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. The 17's out in force tonight for this big matchup here in the Central Division. Let's get you into the starting lineups and show you what we know here for Birmingham Legion. And it's a different face in net. Jason, what else do you see?
Trevor Spangenberg, 5th start of the season. Solid in the back with Kavita and Kronyale at center back. It's going to be difficult for Atlanta United to get on the end of crosses. And look out for Prosper Kasim in a very free role on the right side. Great playmaker, great chance creator. He's going to be free to come inside and create overloads from time to time.
And the flip side for Atlanta United, too, some first-team faces getting some more reps. When you look at the starting lineup for Atlanta United, too, what do you see?
Josh Bauer, Bryce Washington as the center back duo. Bradley Camden-Feo and Aiden McFadden will need to get forward as much as they can tonight to help create opportunities. Johnny Fortune has really grown into a starting role here since signing his first pro contract in August. And you look up top at the firepower, Lopez, Conway, and Mateus.
That is going to be an interesting look. That is the man in the middle for us tonight, Luis Arroyo. The assistants, Zach McWhorter and Kyle Johnston. Your fourth official tonight is Sarah Gaddis. And we are underway here in Kennesaw. Atlanta United 2 in their All Blacks with the 5 stripes running north-south down the back. They're going to be going from left to right as you're watching here in the first 45 minutes. Birmingham in their road whites are going to be going from right to left. Early pressure and an early whistle on Zach Aravo.
Good job by Johnny Fortune to hold off that pressure.
Looking for Jackson Conway over him, over Fenwell Kavita, but it'll stick with the Legion for the throw.
Curious to see how this front three for Atlanta really shapes out. It's looking a little bit more like a front two at the moment with Lopez and Conway as Mateus is over on the left side. He's going to be a difficult one at times for Birmingham to pick up.
What about your keys for the match here as Birmingham sends it in quickly? What's on your mind as we head into this big matchup here in the Central Division?
First off, Birmingham has a dangerous opportunity right now with Dean cutting inside.
Sent back out. Legion cycling it through. Early work there looking for Mikey Lopez, picked off. Here comes Aiden McFadden.
Great read by McFadden to jump into that passing lane, and he's charging forward.
Jackson Conway cuts it back. Top. Lopez blocked. Coming back out. It's going to work its way through. Back to Jackson Conway. Atlanta United 2 will reset.
Great break, keyed by the interception by McFadden, and then carrying it forward. His run created an opportunity for Lopez to have some space. Eric Lopez wasn't able to beat the first defender, though.
Alec Can getting some reps in net for Atlanta United 2 tonight. His 5th start of the season for Atlanta United 2, getting some work here. Goals against of 1.5. Looking for Robbie Mertz. Coming back the other way is Thomas Venkazil. Johnny Dean with the left. Nico Brett chasing it down. Sent in toward the top of the box and over the bar. Big chance there for Birmingham and J.J. Williams.
Both teams have had huge opportunities early on. It's been a lot more open than we expected. We'll see if it dials itself back down. Let's get into those keys now while we have a second to breathe. For Atlanta United 2, they have come from behind consistently this season. 5 goals in the 89th minute or later. It's not over until the final whistle. And it's an opportunity to do something they've never done, to get into the postseason. It's also an opportunity for Eric Lopez and Jackson Conway to impress and earn more time at the MLS level. For Birmingham, they've been outstanding on the road, 6-4-3, one of the best teams on the road in the USL Championship. And we've already seen it. The fast lane for Birmingham's on the right side. Jonathan Dean, one of the fastest players in the USL Championship. Atlanta has to defend him properly with numbers behind, or he'll blow past you.
Heading into the 4th minute, sent forward looking for Robbie Mertz. Too much on it. Getting out of trouble, or at least attempting to, were Fanuel Kavita and Mikey Lopez. Quick passing, trying to get out of the corner for Birmingham. They finally do. Bruno Lapa. Fortune and McFadden closing. Sent into the middle. Mikey Lopez tries to chip it. Giveaway there. Quick setup for Birmingham. In between ideas that time, it looked like, was Prosper Kasim sent forward, but Birmingham will keep possession towards center circle. Now Robbie Mertz has it for the Twos.
Game's not really about shape right now. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. That's a nasty collision. Darwin Mateus comes out of it. Not looking too good, neither does Harivo.
Let's take another peek.
Fouls on Harivo. Mateus, I thought his ankle buckled a little bit, but it didn't. It might be Harivo who comes out of this worse for wear. He's holding his right knee.
Still waiting for a physio, perhaps, from Birmingham.
And it's going to be a free kick for Birmingham here as well. It's not a foul on Harivo. The foul was on Mateus. See if Arroyo adds that time back at the end of the first half. That was a lot for nothing.
Sent over looking for J.J. Williams, up and over everybody, Bryce Washington included. So it'll be a goal kick for Atlanta United 2 here in the 6th.
4th time these teams have played this season. There's been a few, well, 4th and a half actually, because they had half of a match that was washed away due to lightning. They've had some incidents in these games. When you get that many minutes between two teams, these guys remember some of the things from previous meetings. So it's always a little bit of friction between these two. I think game 4, you're going to see a lot of that tonight.
J.J. Williams under control, back to Arrovo and Mikey Lopez. Sticks with Birmingham Legion here. There's Lopez with your throw. Jackson Conway in pursuit. Pass just a little too much there for Nico Brett. It'll end up going back to Alacan. Lopez in control. Birmingham wanted a foul on Bryce Washington. Don't get a whistle there, but here they come in charge. Nico Brett sets it up, and the flag is up offside.
Atlanta United 2 is going to have to keep their head in these moments. Birmingham can be a physical team, and we've seen Atlanta struggle in some of those moments before against Birmingham Legion. No whistle that time. Josh Bauer kind of hesitated, gives the ball away in a dangerous spot. The offside bails him out. But you have to be careful and keep your focus against a team like Birmingham, because they have guys who all they need is that one little opening to punish you.
Through Lopez to Conway. Mateus ends up with it, trying to get past Jonathan Dean. He does. Give to Eric Lopez now. In the middle, looking for the big switch to McFadden. Chests it down too hard on the first touch. It'll end up coming back the other way for Birmingham.
McFadden was grabbed, went down to try to get the foul, didn't get it. So far, Arroyo, our referee, is going to let the play continue. He's not going to blow the whistle very much on collisions. So let's see how that goes the rest of the half.
Robbie Mertz tries to get it to McFadden. They're going to say that Birmingham touched it last. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta United 2, despite what Mikey Lopez just did. There's Jack Collison, the head coach for the Twos.
Look, these are things that Birmingham will do to get under your skin. This is something Atlanta has to handle well. They can't get frustrated with these moments.
Mishandled that time by Abdoulaye Diop. Sent with Alec Can, thinking he was off his line. One hop easy grab for the keeper.
Wasted opportunity that time.
Diop over to Bryce Washington. Too much for a Johnny Fortune, but he sticks with it. Coming through, Jackson Conway finds Darwin Mateus on the left. Tries to send it in, but it's right on to Spangenberg.
Mateus is playing as a left wing back tonight. It's a role we haven't seen him play. It's more of a line of 5 for Atlanta United, with Washington, Camden Feo, and Bauer as 3 center backs, McFadden and Mateus as wing backs who are going to attack as much as they possibly can.
Foul called that time on a Johnny Fortune, as he and Prosper Cassine get together right here.
Johnny Fortune goes in strong there. Look, in a game like this, you better go in strong or the opponent's going to do the same to you. But Johnny Fortune has learned that lesson so far this season in the USL Championship.
Bryce Washington. Abdoulaye Diop. Coming back, Nico Brett for Birmingham. Wide open on the right, Prosper Cassine. Camden Feo closing. Top of the box, sent back. Good work by Abdoulaye Diop to send Birmingham backwards, and here they reset. Jonathan Dean on the wing, Mateus is chasing. Sent in toward the top of the 6, knocked away by Bauer, but not all the way out. Tried some kind of a flick backwards, but not all the way done. Dean deflected out, but not all the way. Sent back in. Nico Brett trying to muscle his way inside the area, not happening, and here comes Atlanta United 2. Robbie Mertz trying to spring Jackson Conway, but getting in the way there was Fanuel Kavita.
Great turn by Mertz. The pass, Conway didn't have the pace to get in behind Kavita, who took up a great position and shielded him off.
Dean sending Kasim forward again around Camden Feo. Bauer. Past Bauer to Brett. Brett chips it back. Shot blocked by Atlanta United 2, coming back the other way. Going to be Bradley Camden Feo to find Darwin Mateus with a little room.
These are the moments that'll decide the match. This is the gamble tonight that Jack Collison has made, is to try to be very attacking on the left side. If Birmingham's able to break the pressure and get in behind Camden Feo and Mateus, they'll have opportunities. But when it turns over, Atlanta will have those same opportunities going the other way.
Handball call on Jackson Conway as he tried to control that throw.
curious to see if Tom Sohn makes any changes, because this was a very unexpected lineup, at least in the configuration for Atlanta United too, and more of a 5-3-2, and seeing Mateus as a wing back. I'm curious to see if Birmingham tries to take advantage of that in any way.
Spangenberg sending everybody along. He'll send it past center circle toward the attacking third. Up into the air, the Johnny Fortune. McFadden waiting for the big bounce. Birmingham coming down with it. They can't control it. In the middle third, it's going to be a throw for Atlanta United 2 as we're halfway through the 12th minute.
Talk about how Atlanta will defend Birmingham. You also have to look at some of these moments right now where if Atlanta can play Mateus into space, he's got it. He's got the whole left side to work with. The individual battle between Dean and Darwin Mateus will probably decide tonight's match.
Crognale back to Spangenberg. Looking for J.J. Williams. Bauer was there, but he can't control it. Coming down with it was Bruno Lapa temporarily, and a foul on Atlanta United 2. Set piece for the Legion.
That foul doesn't feel like it's been kind of in the same match as some of the other collisions we've seen. Lapa was leaning back into Bauer. Bauer moved away, and that got the foul. We've seen some heavier collisions that have not been called. This is a dangerous opportunity for Birmingham.
Sent in toward the top of the box. Sent back out. Prosper Kasim maintains possession. A lot of work back and forth by both teams. Dean will send it forward, but we got a foul coming back the other way. It'll go to Atlanta United 2.
McFadden with the block on the free kick initially. Johnny Fortune tries to break out there. He had to fight through a couple of tackles, ended up getting the call. Arroyo's calling it a little bit tighter now in these last couple sequences than how things started.
Camden Feo back to Can. See the three-man pressure from Birmingham.
Nicely done by Johnny Fortune.
Finds Bauer. Bauer to Mertz with room. McFadden. Jackson Conway. Quick work. Abdoulaye Diop. To give to Mateus. There he is on the left-hand side. Sends it in toward the top of the 6. Knocked away by Birmingham. Abdoulaye Diop wanted to try to get it. Recycled. Mateus will track it down.
Fortune had to win that. He did.
Once again toward the top of the 6. Once again cleared. Fortune will let it go. Camden Feo will calm things down a little bit. Back to a Johnny Fortune. Switches there to Bryce Washington with a lot of room. Open over his head. Can he keep it in? He does. No whistle there from Arroyo.
There's no foul there.
But Birmingham will come back with it. Once again, Prosper Kasim will receive. High hop, and he'll track it down. Give to Jonathan Dean. Cuts it inside with the right toward the top of the 6, through the goal mouth, and it will be a deep throw for Birmingham.
How does Nico Brett not get on the end of this? It's a great overlap from Dean. Atlanta completely flat-footed there. I'm not sure how that isn't in the back of the net.
There's your quick entry with Lapa and Lopez. Lapa with a lot of room deflected. It's going to be a corner for Birmingham Legion here late minute 15.
Atlanta struggling in moments of transition. It's not good enough in these moments of transition. The last sequence where the overlap from Dean caught everyone flat-footed. This time it's a throw that catches everyone flat-footed. Now defending to do with a lot of big targets up for Birmingham.
Bruno Lapa in with the right, looking toward the back post. Headed back, but Atlanta United 2 is there, and they'll break. Jackson Conway tries to go for the big switch, and it's knocked away. It'll stick with the stripes. Van Kazil there with the deflection and the block to keep it. I'm going to say it's heading the other way. Last touch by the twos now.
It came back off of Conway. AR had that immediately. I thought it took a touch off of Conway. Conway had to make that decision faster.
Zil. Kasim. Lapa got closed down on. Jonathan Dean now. Kasim. Send him with the left, deflected and in the back of the net. 1-0 Birmingham Legion as we start minute 17. That was the first goal that they needed on the board to try to stay in second place and get some distance from Tulsa. They're up 1-0.
It was coming. Birmingham's been the better team in the opening sequence here. That goal takes a deflection. There's really nothing Alec can do. It comes off of Bauer. Can tries to correct his movement. He's already moving one way and can't get back across. There's no chance for Can to make that save. Unlucky, but Birmingham has been the better team so far. Atlanta United 2 going to have to find a way to pick up their play.
Van Kazil with his first goal on the season. Couldn't have come at a better time for the visitors as they're now up 1-0.
What an acquisition for Birmingham Legion to go get him from San Diego Loyal. Gives them a quality player in the middle of the park, allows them to move some pieces around. Prosper Kasim playing on the right has opened up a lot for them.
Robbie Mertz leaves it for McFadden, who'll send it in with the right. Headed away by Jonathan Dean. Mateus tracks it down. The Twos keep possession. Mertz. Fortune will wind up. It's blocked. McFadden, he'll send it in toward the top of the six. Headed away by Cronjale. And here comes Prosper Kasim.
Cronjale and Kavita are going to be difficult to beat on crosses tonight. It's going to be combination play most likely that can free up Eric Lopez or Jackson Conway or maybe Darwin Mateus.
Fortune back and forth with Bryce Washington. Trying to draw Birmingham forward a little bit. Back to Alec Can. Camden Feo. Bauer. Finds a partner in Fortune. Fortune wants to go long. Flag stays down. McFadden. Lopez in the middle of the pitch. Wants to set up the right. Keeps possession. McFadden sends it in with the left, looking for Mateus. Jonathan Dean gets a bit of it, but Mateus will track it down. Going to be a corner for Atlanta United 2. Well done by Mateus there to send it off of Dean. So the Twos can keep possession and down once again. It's Birmingham.
Eric Lopez is also down. J.J. Williams and Eric Lopez came together on that sequence with Lopez trying to keep possession, moves it along. I think they banged shins because Lopez was down in the 18 as well. There was no foul on the play. Darwin Mateus was able to rescue a corner, and now it's an opportunity for Atlanta.
And you see J.J. Williams reaching down, grabbing that right shin of his, sent in with the corner, cleared by J.J. Williams. Tracking it down will be a Johnny Fortune. Nico Brett chasing Alec Can. Can sends it forward with the right, looking for McFadden. Lopez is there to defend, and the flag is up.
It was Bauer who flicked it on to McFadden. Not sure about that offside call, to be perfectly honest. We don't have the best angle from our vantage point, but it did not look like Bauer was really that close to being offside.
A lot of work going on with both of these teams, very physical here in the first 20 minutes. Chipped up and over. Lapa. Abdoulaye Diop is there. Back post. Kasim can't track it down. It'll be a goal kick for Atlanta United 2.
It's not the start Atlanta United 2 needed here. See if they can pick this up now.
Mateus up and over looking for Lopez. Jonathan Dean, his closing speed gets there first. He'll send it forward with the right. Kasim tries to chest it down to keep things moving. And then you'll get a foul there. A call on Arevo.
It's a couple fouls now on Harivo, at least a couple incidents with Haribo. See if Arroyo starts to think about going to the cards in his pocket.
Fortune looking for Mertz. Too much on it. Kavita is there. He'll go back to Spangenberg.
Can't find the combinations to unlock Birmingham right now.
Flag is up offside on Birmingham there. The Twos will start it quickly with Bryce Washington. McFadden. Fortune. Looking for Mateus. Flag is up.
Mateus was looking down the line. He's got to be smarter on those. Step or two off the whole time. He never got back to an onside position to reestablish himself.
Quick note from the league. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Mertz had it. Conway was looking for it. Goes back to Fanuel Kavita for Birmingham. He'll give to Jonathan Dean. Dean gets around Mateus. Lapa is there. Back to Dean and Prosper Kasim. Has to send it into the area. Knocked out and away by Fortune. Hamden Feo can't send it far. And Zilt back to Cronjale.
Atlanta's pressure has been good in the second half of the season under Jack Collison. That'll be a big opportunity for them tonight if they can create some turnovers in Birmingham's defensive half.
Flag was up offside there again for Birmingham. So Josh Bauer will start things up again for the Twos here in the 24th minute. Goal off a deflection. Credited to Thomas Van Kuyzil. His first of the season gives Birmingham their lead. We'll keep an eye on all the other games going on tonight here in the USL Championship that impact the playoff picture. Some here inside the Central Division. Robbie Mertz. Abdoulaye Diop.
Great ball.
Darwin Mateus. Can he track it down? Yes, he can. Sends it in with the left toward the 6. Knocked out. Good work there by Nico Brett to spring Bruno Lapa. Just as well done by Atlanta United too to keep that from getting any further temporarily. Here comes Jonathan Dean to Prosper Kasim. Back and forth. Kasim with the left. Kazil thought about it. Back to Lapa. Mikey Lopez. Sends in with the right, looking for Can. Lets it through. It'll be a goal kick for Atlanta United 2.
Looking for Kasim on the back post. Alec Can was kind of stuck. Didn't come for it. Hesitated just a little bit as it looked like Kasim might get there.
Camden Feo. Lopez. Mateus. It's away from Kasim. Abdoulaye Diop. Mateus will send it back to Alec Can. Lopez. Good work to Robbie Mertz. Mertz has Mateus available. Finds him on the left. Zeal challenging. Mateus keeps going now on Jonathan Dean. Sends it out away. Back post through everybody. McFadden can't track it down. So it'll be a throw for Birmingham.
It's a great run from Darwin Mateus. Robbie Mertz sprung him with the pass out to the left side. Mateus gets into the 18, gets to the end line, Can't pick out the cross to create an opportunity.
Pressure from Atlanta United 2. Jonathan Dean, chased by Mateus, gets it past him to Prosper Kasim.
Birmingham really well done to deal with Atlanta's pressure quickly.
Lopez to Nico Brett. Robbie Mertz now with it for Atlanta United 2.
Bauer tackled it away. Nice defending from Josh Bauer.
Good work there by McFadden to keep it with Atlanta United 2, but he tried to advance a little bit. Arroyo has him move back before he can throw it in. Arivo. J.J. Williams can't get past McFadden. Throw in for the twos now with all that defense here on the near side of the screen.
Like Conway might have had the last touch. Maybe it came off a Birmingham player. Referee was right there.
Bauer and Abdoulaye Diop. Johnny Fortune. Lopez. Prosper Kasim in behind, trying to disrupt. Lopez, big switch to McFadden. In with the right, looking toward Conway, up and over everybody. And here comes Kasim again for Birmingham.
Cross is not finding a home tonight at all. Great work to create the opportunity for McFadden, but the cross is overhit. Conway can't get on the end of it.
J.J. Williams looking to work past Bryce Washington. Tried to get it to Bruno Lapa. Nicely done by Atlanta United 2 to keep that one from heading in toward Alec Can. Abdoulaye Diop, late minute 28. A 1 goal so far. Only marker on the board for the visitors. Camden Feo looking for Conway. Too much. Criniale knocks it out. It'll be a throw for Atlanta United 2. Mateus tries to get past Van Kuzil. He does. And he can't get around Harivo. And here comes Prosper Kasim for Birmingham.
Mateus was hit at the end of it, but he'd already lost possession. That's why he doesn't get the foul. He's frustrated because there was contact, but he'd already lost possession.
Here comes Birmingham. Kasim, Harivo. Lost control briefly. Pulls it back. Van Kuzil. Over to Lopez. Benoit Kavita. Harivo again. Jonathan Dean. Kasim lost the handle. Abdoulaye Diop tried to get it from him. Sticks with Birmingham Legion. Benoit Kavita will track it down.
Those are the battles that Atlanta's got to win. They had a chance to break down the left. Maybe they'll take it on the other side.
Bryce Washington to Robbie Mertz. Atlanta United 2 in transition here, middle third. Pulls it back to Eric Lopez. Mateus available to the left, and he finds him. Sends it in, up and over toward the back post. Lopez will get there for Birmingham.
It's outstanding for Mikey Lopez.
J.J. Williams can't find the handle. Stepped on the ball, but it sticks with Legion. Josh Bauer now in the back and forth. Donnie Dean sends it away. Nico Brett now tries to send J.J. Williams forward. Camden Feo there, nice spin move, but Williams can't keep his feet, and the twos come away with it.
I don't know what the spin move was on, to be perfectly honest. Just lost his footing, trying to do a little too much there. I think he kind of got him behind Bradley Camden Feo without any kind of a spin move.
Lopez and Mateus. Into the middle, one touch, trying to get to Conway. Gets back to Spangenberg, who'll send it towards center circle. McFadden back and forth with Bryce Washington halfway through the 31st minute. Back to Alec Can. Mateus Camden Feo wanted to send it long with Mateus, but he'll pull it back and give to Bauer instead. Eric Lopez now. Jonathan Dean marking. Mateus working backward to come forward. A Johnny Fortune with space. Sets up the left, just and over. Opportunity for a Johnny Fortune here, early 32nd minute for Atlanta United 2.
The growth in a Johnny Fortune this season has been a lot of fun to watch. Atlanta United 2 has had a hand in developing a lot of talents for Atlanta United over the years. Johnny Fortune is trying to become the next one. He's had some rough moments earlier in the season. 2 yellows against Memphis and a red card that probably cost Atlanta United points there. But he's really been the best player for Atlanta in this match. He's showing up defensively. That time he showed up in a great spot to be able to create an opportunity, and he had the confidence to take that one himself.
Bryce Washington here as we turn into the 33rd minute. Pass goes astray. Here comes Birmingham again. Kasim looking for an outlet, can't find it. Took him a while. Deflected. Was about to get it back. Jackson Conway now closing. Had an idea to Eric Lopez, but Lopez was cutting inside. Well, the ball will go away. It'll be a throw in the middle third for Birmingham.
Conway and Lopez just cannot find the same page right now. 2 players that are trying to impress Gonzalo Pineda and force their way back into the rotation in MLS with a lot of big games coming up in that playoff push as well. They can't find the chemistry so far tonight.
Bauer sends it back where Jonathan Dean sent it from. Corniale will head it back to Spangenberg. And he'll finally pick it up and send it forward another way. Pass center circle. Bauer wins. Second ball, Mateus sent to Jackson Conway. Trying to get it to Robbie Mertz, but Corniale was there, as was Kavita. Arivo gets it dispossessed by McFadden, and the
Gotta be a yellow.
Payback foul there.
Gotta be a yellow card. It's not the first time we've seen a foul from Harivo. And this one is blatant after he loses possession to break up the play and prevent the break. That has to be a yellow card. That's incredibly disappointing that Arroyo doesn't show the yellow. That could have been a yellow by itself. When you add it in to the history that we've seen tonight with Harivo, it has to be a yellow card.
Mateus peering in, early minute 35. Sends it in toward the 6th, through everybody. Spangenberg will get there on the high hop.
Bryce Washington tried to turn and get something on that, wasn't able to do it. Atlanta going to stay up and press here.
Camden Feo tried to send it to Lopez. Corniale is there. Well done backtracking that time. And Atlanta United 2 will get possession again.
That's outstanding from Darwin Mateus, who stayed back. The recognition has been really good in those moments. Jackson Conway played wing back a little earlier. Darwin Mateus this time covers for Josh Bauer, who stayed up to press. Those moments have been really good for Atlanta. They're growing into this. Need to get something before halftime to show for the work they've put in.
Abdoulaye Diop to Eric Lopez. Tries to get around Kasim. Lapa is there. Jonathan Dean. We got a foul here call. Foul on Abdoulaye Diop. And before Birmingham sets it up, 2 clubs battling over the Atlantic Division's final playoff spot takes center stage when the USL on ESPN continues. Charlotte Independence travels north to Dillon Stadium to take on Hartford Athletic Thursday, September 30th, 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN Deportes. Halfway through the 36th, Alex Corniale Sends it to Prosper Kasim, who'll go all the way back to Trevor Spangenberg, and they'll try it again. Zil kept Mertz from getting to the ball, and it's going to call a foul there on 2-7. Atlanta United 2 quickly back at it. Robbie Mertz has McFadden to his right. That's where he goes. Lopez marking as McFadden wants to come inside. Send it in with the right. Spangenberg punches it clear. Rebound up and over the bar. Robbie Mertz had a chance.
Dangerous cross from Aiden McFadden. Spangenberg comes out with both fists to punch it away, a little surprisingly. And it falls to Robbie Mertz. We'll get a look at the angle that Mertz had here. He just wasn't able to get over it and put it on goal. If he is, that could be the equalizer Atlanta's been chasing.
Late 37th minute. Atlanta's had a couple of chances. Birmingham's one goal off a deflection early on has been the difference. Jackson Conway finds Eric Lopez. Can't control it. Croniale will send it forward.
Good by Jackson Conway to direct that header to Lopez.
Abdoulaye Diop. Back to Bauer. Bryce Washington. Back to Alacan. Fortune. Bryce Washington. Robbie Mertz. Sends it backward nicely to Bryce Washington to keep possession. Kavita is there. McFadden gets the second ball, give to Jackson Conway. Good work to get it to Darwin Mateus. Jonathan Dean marking. Mateus over and through, tries to get it with the right, and it's wide.
Great work by Mateus to split the two defenders and get the opportunity into the 18, but he's not able to get around on that with his right foot to put the shot on goal. The dribbling work was great from Mateus, but he's not able to make something out of the final product.
One final programming note here in the first half. If you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM 157. North America's only 24 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Lopez. Back to Bauer. Back to Lopez. He has Mertz to his left, cutting inside, goes outside. Too much for Darwin Mateus. It'll be a throw for Birmingham.
Eric Lopez struggling to find his way into this game, struggling to put his mark on this game.
Croniale sends it back to Spangenberg, and Spangenberg just sends it away. It'll be a throw in the attacking third for Atlanta United 2.
That's not what Spangenberg's trying to do there. That's a complete mishit.
Mateus looking far post, up and over Jackson Conway and everybody, and not tracked down by McFadden. It'll be a deep throw in the corner for Birmingham.
That poor clearance from Spangenberg should be a green light for Atlanta to press anytime the ball goes back to him.
Harivo gets the throw in. Zil, Mateus is there. Bryce Washington lets it go. It'll be a throw for the twos here in the 41st minute.
Good work to win it back. Good defensive work by Atlanta.
Fortune. Back comes Birmingham. Mikey Lopez.
Nice pressure from J.J. Williams from behind. Fortune heard the footsteps.
Jonathan Dean to Prosper Kasim. Jonathan Dean. Kasim. Bruno Lapa. Kasim into Zil. J.J. Williams with a 1-2 back to Zil. What does he do with it? Tries to send it back post. McFadden was there with Nico Brett. Alec Can will track it down. '17's trying to spur on Atlanta United 2 here. Down a goal here late first half. Remember the situation coming into tonight in the Central Division. Atlanta United 2. 2 points out of a playoff spot. Currently in 5th. 2 points behind OKC Energy. Indy 11 with them, even on points, but a match in hand. Memphis 901 at 28 points with 2 matches in hand on Indy 11, 3 matches in hand on Atlanta United 2. So you have 4 teams separated by 3 points, chasing after that 4th playoff spot here in the Central.
Memphis is hosting Indy 11 tonight. It's 12th minute scoreless.
Camden Feo. Mateus, Jonathan Dean on him. Camden Feo coming forward. Tries to get away from Van Zeel. He does. Gives to Robbie Mertz. Fortune and Mertz back and forth. Mateus lurking on the left. Fortune through ball. Lopez cuts it back looking for Conway. Picked off and sent away by Mikey Lopez. It'll be a throw for Atlanta United 2 deep attacking third.
Great ball by Eric Lopez. Great run off the ball. Gets rewarded for it. Cuts it back into a dangerous spot. Birmingham deals with it very, very well. But Eric Lopez, nice sequence there.
Conway keeps it from going out. Jonathan Dean will get there. Abdoulaye Diop settles to Robbie Mertz. Mertz looking for McFadden. Heads it back into the middle of the area. Birmingham will send it away. Bruno Lapa. Abdoulaye Diop is there, and he gets the ball away from Birmingham. Here comes Atlanta United 2 and McFadden. Entry pass sent back. Atlanta United 2 will try it again. Abdoulaye Diop to Bauer. Robbie Mertz looking for McFadden. Up and over Mikey Lopez. Well done. Foul on McFadden.
I'd love another look at that. McFadden with the sombrero on the touchline. Comes inside. He trips. He falls into Harivo. Yeah, you're going to get that call. Yeah, McFadden tripped as he's trying to cut that back around McFadden. Tripped over his own feet, but he fell into Harivo. That's going to get the foul call.
Last minute of the first 45. Lopez pushed away by Kavita. Birmingham will come away with it again. Van Zeel. Prosper Kasim. Trying to send Johnny Dean forward. Easy to Alec Can. Here come the twos again. And the time on the clock will be the time on the clock in the first 45. We're getting word. Looking for Robbie Mertz with the left. He'll track it down. Craniale is there. What does Mertz have in mind? Looking for Lopez, picked off by Mikey Lopez. Kasim forward. Bruno Lapa now. Too much for Van Zeel. And that's your first 45. Birmingham had the one in the back of the net off the deflection off Bauer. They've had their chances, but it's been Birmingham's first 45.
They get the goal. I mean, that's what it comes down to. This is a game about moments. The tactics, it was a bit of a gamble to go with Mateus as a left wing back, but Atlanta's been able to create things out of that shape. But the goal, it takes a deflection. Birmingham was the better team in the early moments of the match, and they have the lead to show for it.
When we come back, we'll let you know what else is going on around the USL Championship, news, notes, other scores, TV, and get you ready for the second 45. Here in Kennesaw, Birmingham leads Atlanta United 2-1-0. It's the USL Championship on ESPN+. Stick and stay. Halftime around the corner.
BB&T and SunTrust are now truest, together for better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
You wouldn't put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
BB&T and SunTrust are now truest, together for better.
No matter what life throws your way, Piedmont Urgent Care by Well Street is here for you. Our virtual urgent care visit connects you with a Piedmont clinic provider wherever you are. Get treatment for minor illnesses and injuries, and learn about COVID-19 testing. Start your virtual urgent care visit online. In-person visits are also available at our 27 locations. Wherever and whenever you need it, we offer more ways to get care. Book now at piedmonturgentcare.org/virtual visit.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Birmingham up 1-0 at the half. Big matchup, as we've been talking about all night here in the Central Division. Birmingham trying to solidify their spot as the number 2 and stay ahead of FC Tulsa in the 3 spot. 24 matches played coming into tonight. Birmingham 6 points behind Louisville, 3 points ahead of FC Tulsa. Atlanta United 2 we've discussed. 4 through 7 in the Central Division, only separated by 3 points. Memphis and Indy, will let you know what's going on with that one all night long as well. Action going on here in the midweek in the USL Championship at Atlanta United 2. OKC Energy, 25 matches played. Indy 11, Memphis 901, with matches in hand coming into action here in the midweek. Let's take a look at some of the scores and some of the other matchups going on here in the midweek. 60th minute, Red Bulls 2 in a bit of a surprise, leading Charleston Battery by the score of 3-1 with 30 minutes to go. That could put a serious dent in Charleston's chase for the 4 spot in the Atlantic. Charlotte Independence leading the Miami FC 1-0. That one is toward the end of the first half. And Jason had mentioned Memphis 901 and Indy 11 going at it there 20 minutes in. Memphis and Indy are scoreless. Other matchups tonight out west, Austin and El Paso Locomotive at 9. Oakland Roots and San Diego Loyal in the Pacific. In the Western, that one's at 10. Tacoma and Sacramento also is a 10 o'clock start out west. So that's your 6 matchups that we're looking at here in the scoreboard here in the midweek. Your TV schedule on the ESPN family of networks. On the weekend, you've got Sporting Kansas City 2 and FC Tulsa. That one is on Friday night. Also on Saturday, you have Memphis 901 and Lou City as Memphis tries to climb their way up the ladder with the gap in points that they're trying to make up. Atlanta United 2, that is going to be at Rio Grande Valley. And that's going to be an interesting matchup for them, having to go all the way down to South Texas for the East-West crossover for the weekend on the 26th. Birmingham and Charlotte going at it, and OKC Energy and Indy 11. That one is also on the 26th at 6 o'clock. Those are available on ESPN+, your home for the USL Championship. That is a small bit of the information that is going on around the USL Championship. Here's what else is going on around the league.
Today, as you step onto the field, as you defend and attack, as you move swift, quick, like you were made for this, know that you do not do so alone. With each step, you run with all of the women before you, and all of the women that will come after you. A stampede of mujeres blazing a trail on fire. Time cannot catch you. Para ti no existen los límites. You come from women that transformed pain into victory. Women that accepted impossible as a challenge. A challenge is brought to you and you do not turn away. Your journey today awaits you and you do not step down. You step into your purpose. You step strong. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Shot, and it's in! Knocked away. Looking for Para. Could fall for an opportunity here. The shot comes in! Oh, it's brilliant!
You wouldn't put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
Welcome back to Kennesaw, getting you ready for the second 45 minutes. Birmingham leading Atlanta United 2 by the score of 1-0. Let's take a look at some of the other news and notes going on around the USL Championship. You saw the promotional announcement earlier on here in the halftime about the announcement with the Division II Women's League. The USL is now going to be creating a Super League for women to have a pathway, now including a Girls Super Y League, the Girls USL Academy, pre-professional USLW League, which is kicking off next year, the USL Super League kicking off in 23. The Women's Professional USL Super League is going to apply for Division II sanctioning from USL Soccer in the coming months. And so the league says there is an unprecedented pathway now from youth to professional within one line. It is also Hispanic Heritage Month here in the USL from September 15th to October the 15th. You have the USL celebrating Hispanic heritage over this 4 weeks. The league recognizes, honors, and celebrates members of the Hispanic community, and they have helped to shape the USL over the 4 week span. All of this activity going on, go to uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage for more information there. USL Player of the Week was announced. Sebastian Guenzati voted Player of the Week with his 2-goal performance for the second straight time in Tampa Bay's 2-0 win over Atlanta United 2 here on the weekend at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. And that mention of Sebastian Guenzati leads us to the Team of the Week, presented to us by our friends at Clear Audio. On the board, some familiar faces, Cody Cropper and Skylar Thomas, goalkeeper and defense for Memphis 901. Robbie Crawford for his effort for Charleston in their win over Atlanta United. Also at the back, Josh Yarrow from San Diego Loyal, Fabian Garcia from Austin Bold, Quinn from Phoenix making yet another appearance in the midfield, Jonathan Perez for LA Galaxy 2, Chris Wehan as New Mexico United tries to make their charge into the postseason, Linda Mafeka from Oakland Roots up top along with Guenzati, and someone who has camped out on the Team of the Week a lot this season for Colorado Springs. It is Haji Berry. That is your Team of the Week for Week 22, presented by our friends at Clear Audio. When we come back to Kennesaw, we'll let you look at the first 45 minutes, get you ready for the second 45 minutes, and it's a big 45 for both of these teams. Birmingham leads Atlanta United 2-1-0. It's the USL Championship on ESPN+. Stick and stay. We'll be right back to Kennesaw.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
You wouldn't put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
BB&T and SunTrust are now truest, together for better.
No matter what life throws your way, Piedmont Urgent Care by Well Street is here for you. Our virtual urgent care visit connects you with a Piedmont clinic provider wherever you are. Get treatment for minor illnesses and injuries, and learn about COVID-19 testing. Start your virtual urgent care visit online. In-person visits are also available at our 27 locations. Wherever and whenever you need it, we offer more ways to get care. Book now at piedmonturgentcare.org/virtual visit.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Let's get you ready for the second 45 minutes here with Birmingham leading Atlanta United 2 by the score of 1-0. Let's show you how we got to this particular moment in time. Take a look at the first half highlights. And we've got Aiden McFadden and Jackson Conway early, Jason. See what happens here with the cutback and an opportunity for Lopez that gets blocked by Birmingham.
Yeah, not really much of an opportunity here early. Atlanta couldn't find the openings in the attacking half. It's Birmingham who does, and it's a shot that comes off of Bauer. Nothing Alec can do. That gives Birmingham the lead. Vankiazil takes that shot from distance. It's a low percentage opportunity, but it takes the deflection, finds the back of the net. That's the difference. Now, Atlanta did have some opportunities here, but Robbie Mertz pushes it wide, doesn't connect cleanly. That seemed to be the story of the first half. Each team had 5 shots. Birmingham put 2 on target. Atlanta put 0 on target. It's been individual moments, and I think more than anything in this match, it has been intensity. And Birmingham has had it consistently from the jump, and Atlanta has had it in fits and starts. Second half, 45 minutes to go here for Atlanta United 2. They only have 90 more minutes at home this season. They have to pick up the 3 points tonight. Even 1 point doesn't really help them that much. It doesn't put them over the line tonight. And when you look at the teams around them, they've got more minutes to play this season. Atlanta has to capitalize on having these next 45 at home in a game that they're even on a lot of those numbers we just saw, but not in the intensity so far.
So let's hear about that first 45 minutes. Jack Collison down there on the pitch. Coach, it's John and Jason upstairs. What's your assessment of that first 45 down 1-0? Still waiting to check on Coach Collison. See if Coach can hear us. We got technical problems down there with Coach Collison, so we'll just get ready for the second 45. Tall order for Atlanta United 2 here. Down 1-0. Let's take a look at what is facing Atlanta United 2 here, coming up in just a little bit after this match. There's Birmingham. You see there, 3 of their next 4 are at home. Charlotte, Sporting Kansas City 2, Indy 11, Austin, and then they're at OKC. 4, Atlanta United 2. After tonight, only 1 home match left this season. After this match, they go to RGV. Then it's Lou City for their final home match of the year. Then the rest of the season is on the road. At Indy 11, at Sporting Kansas City 2, at Memphis 901, and finishing the season at FC Tulsa. Tall order for Atlanta United 2 here. after tonight. Only the one home match remaining, spending the entire month of October on the road. Now underway in the second 45. Atlanta United 2 working their way from right to left as you're watching. Jonathan Dean. Jackson Conway trying to get the ball away from Dean. Dean spins away. They're going to call a foul on Conway.
Has to be the best 45 minutes of the season here. It really needs to be that for Atlanta United too. Birmingham is showing their quality, and look, the schedule makers are difficult to Atlanta United with Tampa Bay and Birmingham back-to-back.
Early chance, Lapa, J.J. Williams, and the flag is up as the ball goes over the bar.
Too anxious, J.J. Williams, he's in. He's in. It's again where Atlanta's flat-footed to start the second half. The intensity has to be picked up here. This is the first time for some of these players to be in this situation. It's showing.
Conway goes in. You're going to get a foul on Conway. As the challenge was going in on Harivo. And a card on Jackson Conway here, minute and a half into the second half.
We'll get another look at this. Conway with the touch. It careens into him. I think he catches Harivo with the second leg, not the first. But he does come in recklessly with the first. I think Harivo is making a little more of it, which is his right, and it got Jackson Conway a yellow card, so you can't really complain about it too much if you're a Birmingham fan. But it's the way that Conway comes in, and you see this so many times when attackers have a heavy touch, ball gets away from them, they lunge in for that ball. And that's what gets this call, and that's what gets this card. If we can get another look at that, please, just to show a little bit more of the approach from Conway of how he comes in to try to win that back as Harivo's still down.
Here you see the physio working on Harivo. And a lot of his teammates from Birmingham, they were crowding around Luis Arroyo to make sure that the card came out, and it did on Jackson Conway.
Let's look at this one more time from a different angle. He comes in, he catches him pretty good. I'm still not quite sure how much of the first leg got Harivo, but it's enough to get that card because it is reckless and it is with a lot of force from Conway. Got to be a little careful now. And this is the other thing that happens in moments like this. Young players sometimes have that kind of a response in these moments where there is a little bit of frustration. Harivo has to step off the field. Now, this is where Arroyo has to handle this better. He's pointing at his watch to say that he'll add the time back on, but Harivo has to get a yellow by now. Again, this isn't the first time that we've had this conversation.
Sub coming in for Birmingham, and it is the end of Harivo's night. Anderson Asiadu checking in for Birmingham here.
The only reason he's not getting carded here is because he's leaving the pitch. But Arroyo has struggled with those moments tonight. We'll see if that time comes back, because that should be a good bit of time for stoppage in the second half. Asiadu, a former Atlanta United player, played a lot of games for Atlanta United too before moving over to Birmingham. Very physical presence in the central midfield.
He seems to have a bit of an extra chip on his shoulder every time that he plays Atlanta United 2 as well.
He's got a point to prove. He was here and was let go. Didn't make the squad, didn't make the jump to the MLS level. And he's definitely trying to prove his quality every time he faces Atlanta.
Kasim, too much for J.J. Williams. Alec Can will track it down. Flag is up.
Another offside on J.J. Williams, looking across the line, gets in behind. But Birmingham's in control here of this match. They're comfortable in these moments. Atlanta has to make them uncomfortable here in the second half.
Touch from Fortune to Mikey Lopez. Lapa, first touch for Asiadu. Back to Lopez again. Grignale. Kasim. And over to Mikey Lopez again. Johnny Fortune gets in the way, but it goes back to Birmingham. Foul on Bryce Washington on J.J. Williams.
Williams tries to turns into Washington, commits the foul. Washington just caught lunging in. Not a lot of contact, and Washington's frustrated, but doesn't need to be a lot of contact.
Kavita back to Spangenberg. Johnny Fortune putting pressure on Fanuel Kavita.
Kavita with a nice stiff arm.
Robbie Mertz tries to get past Benke Zill, stays in. Nico Brett chasing Bauer. Alec Can will get it. Jonathan Dean forward. Asiadu.
Nicely worked by Asiadu.
Dean charges into the area, tries to cut it back. Josh Bowers nicely there. Well done to get around Bruno Lapa.
See the score in the upper right corner. Memphis 901 with quite a few games in hand. They've taken the lead in the first half on Indy 11.
Darwin Mateus wants to set up the left. A lot of space. He does. Cuts it back. Spangenberg gets an arm in the way. A save and a corner for Atlanta United 2 in the 53rd.
Outstanding work from Darwin Mateus. Even better work from that man, Spangenberg. Stays with it the whole way. Gets down, pushes it wide, doesn't give up the rebound in front. Mateus created space off the dribble, but Spangenberg, no problems making that save.
Mateus will take the corner. McFadden is there as a short option. Sends it in with the left, looking far post. Top of the 6, headed away. Johnny Fortune with it for Atlanta United 2. Nico Brett almost gets it away from him. Bauer into Eric Lopez. With the left, cuts it back. Deflected, and Abdoulaye Diop sends it over everything.
Story of Atlanta's night. Snatching at those chances. Abdoulaye Diop not able to put that one on frame. Good work from Fortune to keep it alive again. Eric Lopez puts in a cross. It takes a deflection. Diop just puts it over the bar. That goal from Memphis, 31st minute goal from Kyle Murphy to take the lead. Memphis 1-0 on Indy 11, now in the 40th minute.
Conway wins the first ball, sends it back towards Spangenberg. Grignale. Looking for Nico Brett. Bauer is there. Abdoulaye Diop closing, and he'll get it before he initially did. Left it for Alec Can. Dangerous play. Diop again. Robbie Mertz. A Johnny Fortune. And that goes out. It's going to go a throw for Birmingham here halfway through the 55th. J.J. Williams left it for Lopez. It's going to be a deeper throw. Benke Zill gets away from Mateus. Lopez in with the left. And all the way through.
He's going to come back and give a foul here. That's incredibly late. There was not an advantage. And a yellow card. Mateus is late on the tackle. He catches him after the ball's delivered. The yellow card's correct. The ball's gone. I'm not sure about bringing this all the way back for the free kick at this point because of just the way the foul was called. But you see it here. Mateus comes in late. Easy yellow card. Just a little surprised it took so long for the whistle to be blown.
So J.J. Williams is there. Bruno Lapa is there. Two-man wall for Atlanta United 2 and Eric Lopez and Darwin Mateus. Lapa will take. Toward the top of the sixth, tries to get it through traffic. Second chance, sent away. Here comes Robbie Mertz. Conway can't control it, goes back to Birmingham just as quickly. Kasim. Fanuel Kavita. Camden Feo is there. Here comes Atlanta United 2 again. Fortune to Robbie Mertz.
Nice turn by a Johnny Fortune again, under pressure, able to turn and move that ball into the attacking half.
Back to Bradley Camden Feo. He'll give to Josh Bauer. Good ball by Abdoulaye Diop. Jackson Conway now. Darwin Mateus. Lost possession. J.J. Williams will send it back to Mikey Lopez as Birmingham tries to get out of their own defensive third. Okay, Zil, Lapa, Asiadu, and away.
Birmingham dealing with Atlanta's pressure really, really well tonight. Times when Atlanta United 2 has been able to step up and press, Birmingham has been able to play through it.
Brunale sends it deep. Bauer hangs on to it. Here's Camden Feo. Abdoulaye Diop to a Johnny Fortune. Mateus with room on the right. Tries to send in Robbie Mertz, headed away. Bryce Washington sends it back toward the top of the box. The back and forth continues. Here comes Birmingham again. Nico Brett gets out of trouble.
Oh, what a play by Brett to get through that. Able to keep it moving, hopped over the challenge. Nearly broke away from trouble.
Washington back to Alec Can. Asiadu is challenging Abdoulaye Diop. Here comes J.J. Williams. Diop gets in the way nicely there. It'll be a corner for Birmingham.
It's been a tough night at times for Abdoulaye Diop. He gets caught in possession here. We talked about Anderson Asiadu and how up he is for games against Atlanta. Showed it right there. Made something out of nothing. Great recovery from Abdoulaye Diop to win that tackle, not give away the penalty, and prevent the scoring opportunity.
Lapa taking the corner for Birmingham. Sends it in toward the 6. Banke Zeal ends up sending it backward to Prosper Kasim. Kavita in a forward position to Nico Brett. Lapa. Far post. Headed away. McFadden sends it looking for Jackson Conway in the middle third.
Great take from Robbie Mertz.
Jackson Conway. Nothing there from Arroyo.
No foul. Asiadu won the ball.
J.J. Williams leaves for Lopez and tries to set it up with the right, up and over everything. Alec Can will try to bring it back in quickly here halfway through the 60th.
Mikey Lopez getting forward a little bit more at times for Birmingham.
Nico Brett got in the way of that pass. Jonathan Dean tries to send it forward. Josh Bauer is there. Mertz to Jackson Conway. Gets away from Kavita. Darwin Mateus. Jackson Conway to his right. Mateus bends it just wide. Darwin Mateus the chance here early in the 61st, and we're going to see some substitutions for Jack Collison and Atlanta United 2.
Good look from Darwin Mateus. He isn't able to curl that in. Couple of game changers coming in for Atlanta. Abdoulaye Diop off, David Mejia on. That's an attack-minded sub. Mackie Diop coming in. It's a very attack-minded sub to bring Mackie in. We'll see if he brings the party with him. He's getting Jackson Conway. Different look with Mackie Diop up top than Conway. Let's take another look at Mateus' shot. He cuts back inside to his favored left foot. It's a decent bit wide. That's why Spangenberg, looks completely calm and composed there. But Mateus is starting to get across with the east-west, west-east runs and look for those shots.
30 minutes to go here for Atlanta United 2 to try to come up with an equalizer. Mackie Diop's first touch ends up with Darwin Mateus, who has some room on the right.
Excellent from Bryce Washington to step up and win that.
For the top of the 6, Eric Lopez sets up David Mejia. Robbie Mertz just missed. Working it around, Robbie Mertz had the last shot just wide right. And we're still 1-0 Birmingham.
Lopez, good work to keep it alive. Mejia, perfectly weighted ball through traffic to Mertz. He tries to curl it into the backside. Right decision, wrong execution. Robbie Mertz getting a little bit closer. Clear time wasting from Birmingham, and we'll see again if Arroyo handles that.
Spangenberg sends it forward. Bryce Washington and J.J. Williams. Mackie Diop gets around Mikey Lopez. Johnny Fortune. Give and go to Mackie Diop. Eric Lopez, quick touch. David Mejia wants to turn on the left. Blocked. McFadden blocked as well. Jonathan Dean sends David Mejia off the ball. Birmingham gets possession.
A little bit of a spark with Mackie Diop and David Mejia coming into this match. Atlanta has to get some energy from those two.
Camden Feo. Last touch by him. It'll be a throw for Birmingham towards center line. Looking for a Siadu, knocked away by Robbie Mertz. Here comes Darwin Mateus. Back and forth with Eric Lopez. Mateus keeps it, finds McFadden on the left. Has a little bit of room toward the top of the 6, looking for Lopez, sent away by Jonathan Dean.
Heavy touch from Lopez in the 18. There isn't the room for it.
Grabbed by Nico Brett of Josh Bauer, and they finally do blow the whistle.
Bauer was being manhandled. Brett was trying. That has to be a yellow card. It's embarrassing that that's not a yellow card. Bauer's breaking away. Brett has his shirt for about 3-4 yards. That's as clear of a yellow card as you will ever find.
Here's your next look at it right there.
I mean, come on. Like, that's textbook. Clip that, and U.S. Soccer will use it in training courses. It's what a yellow card is. Nico Brett's intelligent. I mean, he'll take the yellow. He knows exactly what he's doing. It's the smart play from Nico Brett.
Mateus into the area, looking and through, looking for Bryce Washington, almost there, but Spangenberg holds on.
Dangerous delivery, but somebody's got to get on the end of this for Atlanta. Fourth dribble, and Spangenberg finally sends it forward. And
And Feo was first to touch. Well done by Robbie Mertz to get possession.
Robbie Mertz leading by example. Huge to go in and win that.
Mateus, Mackie Jope gets past Lopez. Chips it in with the right. Jonathan Dean is there first. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta United 2 in the attacking third. Substitutions now for Tom Sohn in Birmingham.
It's a throw for Birmingham.
Last touch by McFadden.
Okay, referee was pointing at the subs. Now he's saying they can't come in because it is an Atlanta throw. Now he is going to allow the subs. Confusion.
Eli Croniali coming in, as well as Jaden Cervania. And that's the night for Bruno Lapa after 65. And J.J. Williams is done after 65.
This is a move to start locking things down if you're Birmingham. They've got a goal. They've had control of the match. Looks like Omar Charun getting a yellow card from the referee. Not sure if the fourth official or the AR asked him to come over, if the referee heard it. If he did, it's great ears.
Birmingham yellow card issued to the bench.
There's a yellow card issued to Omar Charun, the interim assistant coach for Atlanta United 2.
Throw in, McFadden headed away. Fortune, McFadden sends it back in with the left, through. Bryce Washington tries to track it down, and he will. Eric Lopez. Toward the top of the box. Great back heel. Eric Lopez, can he get there? It's cleared away. Sent out by Jaden Cervania. Deep throw for Atlanta United 2.
Incredible back heel by Mateus. Lopez, I think, was caught by surprise, just like Birmingham's back line.
Lopez trying to get through the Birmingham defense, and he can't. And here comes Nico Brett. Cuts it back. Prosper Kasim is there with room. A Johnny Fortune closing.
So well worked by Birmingham to get into the attacking half.
Jonathan Dean. With the right, big save. Alec Can cleared away. It'll be a corner for Birmingham. Another chance. Almost 2-0.
So well worked by Birmingham to get out of their own half. They were trapped up against the touchline, and they play out of it. Dean springs Eli Croniale. Tries to beat Alec Can at the near post. Can's able to get down and make the save.
Prosper Kasim, the corner. Toward the top of the sixth, sent away. It's going to be another corner for Birmingham. Last touch by Atlanta United 2.
Just have to put your head down and deal with it. Looked like that came off of Birmingham. Referee's a lot closer to it than everybody else. He's telling Birmingham to pick up the pace a little bit on this corner. Must have taken a slight deflection.
Frankie Zeal flicked on, cleared away. Up into the air. Nico Brett is available. Alec Can gets in the way. Not out, but he grabs it as the chip back is there, and here comes Atlanta United 2.
Birmingham had a chance to put the game away right there.
Too much from Mackie Jope to Darwin Mateus. It's going to be a throw for Birmingham.
Not sure how that gets loose in the sixth. Birmingham has a chance to put the match away. Great hands from Alec Can to catch the cross. Brett couldn't get on the end of that first ball that squirted loose.
Throw didn't even make it back in. Josh Bauer will take it quickly for Atlanta United 2. Working quickly. Mackie Jope. Robbie Mertz. Darwin Mateus. And with the right at Spangenberg.
Haven't been able to get McFadden on the backside yet. One of the best players in the air in the league in some of those moments, and Atlanta United 2 hasn't been able to find him with a cross that he can go up and attack.
Josh Bauer, well done to get it to Eric Lopez. Mackie Jopa back and forth. As Mateus to his right tried to go through two Birmingham players, didn't work. Here comes Mikey Lopez.
Lopez trying to make something happen, unable to do it there.
Bryce Washington almost gets in the way there. Johnny Fortune tries to win the ball away. Arroyo calls a foul.
Johnny Fortune tried to get around Mikey Lopez to make that tackle. Obviously, the Atlanta faithful are going to disagree with that call.
Camden Feo sends it away. It'll be another throw, middle third for Birmingham. 20 minutes to go. Birmingham with the first half goal, leading 1-0 since. Atlanta United 2 has had their chances. And a card for Jaden Cervania.
Finally, a card for time wasting, but that's fine. I mean, again, you have the 1-0 lead. This is what you do. No, I mean, nobody in the non-winning position enjoys this, but this is how you see out games. Birmingham's doing exactly what they're supposed to do.
Eli Crignale. Foul on Mateus.
Not a whole lot in that, but enough contact from Mateus that when Crignale goes down, he's going to get that call.
Zil eventually sends it back to Alex Crignale.
Should be a decent bit of stoppage time.
Nico Brett. Mikey Lopez with space. Finds Prosper Kasim. Sends it to Jonathan Dean, who'll wind up, sent away by Bauer. McFadden heads it down. Mejia is there. Gets away from Sayadu to Mackie Jope.
Great work by David Mejia to escape. Back to goal. He was able to find a way out.
David Mejia can't keep control. Jonathan Dean was there.
Long defensive run for Dean, and he's able to win it. Jonathan Dean should be talked about as one of the best right backs in this league. I don't think he gets enough credit in the USL Championship.
Crignale. Banquezil. Picked off. Nicely done, Bryce Washington.
Washington's had a good night jumping into some of those passing lanes.
Mateus looking for Mackie Jope. It's there. He chests it down. Launches with the right, but right at Spangenberg.
Jope was able to bring that down. He was onside. Had a good look and struck it well, but made it a little easy for Spangenberg. Shot was right at him. We'll get another look at it now. Great ball over the top. Onside, chests it down, hits it off the hop. It's straight on.
Center circle, Kasim. Back to Crignale. At Mikey Lopez, that's where he's aiming. Track down, flick forward. Jaden Cervania's there. Tries to get away from Bauer. Pulls it back a little bit, give to Lopez again. Top of the box, through, looking for a Sayadu. Foul on a Sayadu on McFadden. Quick note from the league, the USL's elite pre-professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent and helping players transition to their USL senior teams. For more information, visit usl-academy.com.
Halftime in Memphis, 1-0 Memphis 901 with the lead. The current Central Division table, that puts Memphis into the number 4 spot in a playoff spot with games in hand as well. There's still more time here for that table to move around a little bit.
Robbie Mertz. Cervania and Brett were there, so he sends it back to Bryce Washington. Back to Alec Can. Johnny Fortune. And returned. Sent long with the left. Flick from McFadden looking for Mackie Jope. Crignale will get there first. Touch from Mertz, picked off by Kasim. Fortune will get there, and he'll send it back to Alec Can.
Fortune's dropped into the number 6 role when Abdoulaye Diop left. Playing that 6 really by himself for the most part. Mertz and Mejia are dropping in to help from time to time when they can, but Atlanta's going to have to start taking even more risks as we get later here.
15 minutes to go, plus any time added on by the man in the middle, Luis Arroyo.
There should be some of that.
Camden Feo trying to get past Kassim. Hand fighting, and he does. David Mejia. McFadden. Cuts it back, wants to send it in with the right, up and over everybody, and it's going to be a goal kick for Birmingham.
Too much sauce on that one from McFadden.
Another note from the league really quickly. A new era of Division II professional women's soccer begins in 2023 with the introduction of the USL Super League. Head over to uslsoccer.com/USL Super League to learn more. Bernale was there. Asedu gets it down. Give to Prosper Kassim, trying to send Nico Brett forward. He does with the right, and Can is in the way. Big save, Alec Can.
Huge save, Alec Can. Holds his ground. Has to make that save or it's ball game. Let's take another look at how he did it. Brett gets in behind. Can, great footwork. Holds his ground, stays big.
Here comes Atlanta United 2. Behind Mackie Jope. Kavita is there. Corniale and back to Jonathan Dean. Bauer sends it to Fortune. Lopez charges forward looking for Jope. Deflected. David Mejia has it now. Finds Darwin Mateus with room. Sent in with the left, looking for Lopez, just missed, spilled, and up in the air and out.
Great ball by Mateus. I don't know how Lopez doesn't find it.
Corniale, the game is stretched. Nico Brett with a head of steam. Bauer tracking from behind, chipped and in. Nico Brett with the goal. It is 2-0 Birmingham with 12 minutes to go. Nico Brett with his 13th on the year. And there's your 2-goal margin.
I think Bradley Camden Feo kept Brett onside by about a step. We'll get another look at that, but I think it was about a foot that kept Brett onside here. And he's able to get in behind, and the finish is exquisite. This time, he gets Can to go to ground and just dinks it over him. Atlanta had to take chances, and they had a great one right before this with a wonderful cross from Darwin Mateus that gets, I guess, just a little behind Eric Lopez. He's not able to get anything on it. Birmingham gathers it in and goes down to the other end to score. Here's the cross to Lopez. He just doesn't make any contact. That's one that he's got to put away. Spangenberg's able to make the play on it, which is a great play from him because he's expecting a header from Lopez. And that quick, Birmingham goes down to the other end and gets goal number 2.
Spangenberg to Lopez. Another substitution getting ready for Jack Collison at the next opportunity. Kassim with the left, blocked. Zeal thought about chasing after it. Touch was too much from Bryce Washington for McFadden. And now here's your substitution. Looks like Jack Collison's holding off for a second. Changed his mind.
I think he wanted to give a little bit further instruction. He immediately was waving for the substitution when the second goal went in. Throwing every wild card you have left right now. Now it is about rescuing points here.
Lopez to Nico Brett. Asedu and Corniale. All the way back to Spangenberg. Dean Cronjale looking for his brother Alex to Eli. Kasim getting away from Bradley Camden-Feo. Spangenberg has to come outside the area to get it before Mackie Jope does. Bryce Washington wins the header over Cervania. Robbie Mertz has it. McFadden leaves for Mackie Jope. Caught from behind on a double team, and here comes Birmingham again.
Nice defending again from Asayadu. Mackie Jope able to win a tackle, but it's a Birmingham throw.
Substitutions for Atlanta United 2 and Jack Collison. Matias Benitez. And Nigel Prince checking in for Josh Bauer and Bryce Washington.
Nigel Prince making his USL Championship debut. Member of the U19 Academy team for Atlanta United. Played very well this season in academy matches. Gonna have a lot of ground to cover.
Nico Brett sending Prosper Kasim forward. Bradley Camden-Feo is chasing, cuts it back on the left and in. Goal number 3 for Birmingham for Prosper Kasim, his 4th on the season. And it's 3-0 Birmingham Legion with 10 minutes to go.
When you let a team like Birmingham get the opening goal, they are dangerous. When you don't punish them for some of the mistakes they've made, they're going to put a game away. And this Birmingham Legion team is showing that they are a team to watch in the Eastern Conference in the USL Championship. That's a great finish from Prosper Kasim. A ton of composure to cut that back, bury it. And Birmingham looking like they're going to be in good shape for that second seed and a home playoff match.
Substitutions for Tom Sohn. That's the night for Prosper Kasim and Thomas Vankeziel. Ryan James checking in there, number 7. Also checking in is Jake Roof on defense, 13. So 7 and 13 in for Birmingham, 10 and 27 out for the final 10 minutes.
16 shots for Birmingham tonight, 7 on target. Very efficient. They've created big chances. They've wasted a few big chances, but Birmingham has been the better side by a large margin this evening.
Prince with his first touches gives to McFadden. Johnny Fortune center circle. Camden-Feo sends it forward looking for Jope. Shouldered off by Alex Cronjale, but it'll be a throw for the Stripes here attacking third. Benitez. Mateus. Sent in for Eric Lopez. Taken away by Asayadu.
Asayadu again. He's been incredible since coming on as a sub.
Trickling through, and Spangenberg will just lay on top of it as it was shepherded to him. 6 minutes to go plus stoppage. 3-0 Birmingham with the lead. Lopez back to Kavita. Sayadu. James and Roof will send it forward. Once again, Nico Brett, but Camden-Feo will get there. He'll get it back to Alacan. Fortune tries to get away from Lopez. He can't. Cervania is there for Birmingham. Wants to set up the left. He does, and just wide.
Johnny Fortune trying to do a little bit too much, but he's trying to make something happen. Heart's in the right place, but he gives it away in a dangerous spot. Cervania isn't able to add number 4.
Can to Camden Feo. Mateus. Lopez. Benitez.
Pattern of play that's very familiar to Atlanta United fans, with the attackers dropping deep to help recycle the play and get out of your own half.
Mertz kept it for Benitez. Second ball won by Birmingham. Lopez coming down with it. Good work there by Benitez to regain possession. Sends it to Jope. Jope launched, and Spangenberg has to come up with a save.
Benitez went down after delivering the pass to Mackie Jope. I think Asayadu caught him at the end of it. Dishes it off here. Now he's tripped up by Criniale. Pass is gone. It shouldn't be a penalty, but it is a little bit of leaving your mark on somebody there, and Benitez felt it from Criniale.
Mackie Jope couldn't keep possession. Roof sends it back to Spangenberg. James and Prince joust. It goes out. It's going to stick with Birmingham.
Prince goes in strong. Good to see from a young player in his USL Championship debut.
Lopez, Criniale, and Jonathan Dean. Through Camden Feo. Asayadu tries to get it to Criniale. Goes out. Will be a throw for Birmingham here. Late minute 87.
Prince shuts it down. That's a strong play from Nigel Prince. In a moment where his head could go down because of the way things started once he came on. It's not his fault on goal number 3, but he's fighting. It's good to see.
Mateus.
Not a ton in this. Camden Feo's got to be smarter, but there's not much in that. Camden Feo gets a yellow card. He gets his arm up on Cervania. We'll get another look at it here. Mateus nutmegs Cervania. Camden Feo's trying to block off Cervania from getting back to Mateus. Cervania throws a little bit of an elbow at him as they're hand fighting. Camden Feo can't get his arm up that high. Takes a yellow. Cervania very smart to make sure that gets called as well. But Camden Feo can't take that yellow and can't give up this free kick.
Luis Arroyo having a discussion with Camden Feo some more. Criniale sends it in through the 6, through everyone. Mackie Jope tries to get it back for Atlanta United 2. Sent back to the top of the box. Asayadu wants to turn and shoot, but he can't. Mejia had it. Asayadu had it. Coming back over the top, and they're going to call a foul on a set piece here for Birmingham just outside the box from about 24.
Asayadu goes down, and you could hear him on the broadcast. Cuts back. There's nothing there. Sorry, if there's any contact, it's extremely light from Benitez. Asayadu sells it. Arroyo buys it, and it's another free kick. Birmingham's won the mental battle here. You get that early lead, you can do these things that get under a young team's skin. Birmingham's done it. That's why they're up 3-0.
4 on the wall for Atlanta United 2. Cervania. Back and forth with Nico. Brett and wide.
Took a deflection.
So it'll be a corner, and Birmingham will take their time heading into it. Eli Criniale will get there. So we'll give you one final note from the league as he's setting it up. Join USL in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month through October 15th. Visit uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage for exclusive content and stories that celebrate members of the Hispanic community that have shaped the USL. In with the right, Can is there. 4 minutes are now added here for Atlanta United 2.
Would have liked to have known what that would have been if it was 1-0. If it had been 4 at 1-0, that would have felt incredibly out of place. There would have needed to be more. With a 3-0 lead, that's fine.
Eli Craniale. Prince is there. Well done by Robbie Mertz to poke it away.
Nice tackle by Mertz. Prince tried to stand him up, got some help from Mertz on the recovery.
McFadden tries to get away from James. Mertz trying to do the same now. He'll send it back to Alec Can. Cervania in pursuit. Darwin Mateus. Flag is up as Mackie Jope tries to track that one down.
There's a couple of big storylines that are going to come out of this. The scoreline, obviously, and Birmingham, and we'll come back to them in 1 second. For Atlanta United 2, for a young team in a moment like this where it's not must win, but it's pretty close. Some performances that weren't up to the standard that the game called for. And that's a challenge for a young team. It's something you have to go through to know what it feels like. And you saw some bobbles today from Atlanta United 2 in being up for that challenge. You've seen some players also rise to the occasion. I think David Mejia, since coming on as a sub, has tried to make things happen. And Johnny Fortune has tried to make things happen. Bryce Washington with a good performance today. Darwin Mateus with a good performance today. But as a whole, the performance wasn't at the level of intensity that it needed to be for the occasion. And that's a credit to Birmingham, because the level of their intensity from the opening whistle was where it needed to be in a playoff atmosphere. This is a team that I don't know if teams in the Eastern Conference want to see them, because they're a complete squad. Good defensively, but they've got goal scorers and killers in the attack. And Nico Brett, one of the best in the league. J.J. Williams, very good at this level. Prosper Kassim, Bruno Lapa, who can find opportunities and score them themselves. This is a complete team. And we've seen Tampa Bay here recently. I think they're the class of the league.
Nico Brett tries to chip it past Alec Can, and he does. So Brett gets his brace on the night. 4 for Birmingham here against Atlanta United 2. So Brett with goals 13 and 14 on the season with a little over a minute left.
And that shows it exactly. The point I'm making is that Birmingham's ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. They could have given up on this game. They could have said, we're fine. It's comfortable. It's a giveaway. Nico Brett's hungry. Wants a little bit more before dinner. There it is. Nico Brett can go win games in the postseason. This defense can keep teams off the board. Birmingham is a team that you got to watch for in the Eastern Conference.
So with this win, Birmingham will go to 44 points. They'll only be 3 behind division leaders Lou City. Obviously, Lou City with a match in hand. Birmingham will have played 25 at 44 points. Lou City will be at 47 with 24 points. And teams 4, 5, 6, and 7. Memphis was winning against Indy 11. OKC Energy would also be at 31 if Memphis wins. And that's your final whistle. Atlanta United 2 stays at 29. Indy would stay at 29. So you've got 4 teams in a very short amount of space trying to get that 4th playoff spot. And it's all Birmingham tonight here in Kennesaw.
Credit to Tom Sohn, credit to Jay Heaps and what Birmingham has built. This is a team to watch in the East. Atlanta United 2. They've got to regroup and go steal some points on the road in some tough spots in their next 5 games.
And we'll come back and put a bow on it. Birmingham Legion shuts out Atlanta United 2 4-0. This is the USL Championship on ESPN+. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
BB&T and SunTrust are now truest, together for better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
BB&T and SunTrust are now truest, together for better.
No matter what life throws your way, Piedmont Urgent Care by Well Street is here for you. Our virtual urgent care visit connects you with a Piedmont clinic provider wherever you are. Get treatment for minor illnesses and injuries, and learn about COVID-19 testing. Start your virtual urgent care visit online. In-person visits are also available at our 27 locations. Wherever and whenever you need it, we offer more ways to get care. Book now at piedmonturgentcare.org/virtual visit.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Birmingham gets full points, and they're within shouting distance of Lou City when it comes to the top of the Central Division as they're fighting for the 1 and the 2. Atlanta United's going to have to do, Jason, their work on the road if they're going to get that 4 spot.
Telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.